Hello, my name is Sammy Schwab, and welcome to SSKN. So baseball, just a few weeks away. But you know what's going on right now? Some huge MLB contracts. In fact, the biggest of all time in U.S. sports. Bryce Harper, $330 million to the Phillies. The biggest contract ever. But for Bryce, 13 years, no opt-out contract. He's going to be 39 while still playing with the Phillies. The last time they had a big contract like that, it did not work out well with Ryan Howard. But anyways, Machado, $300 million to the Padres. And Nolan Arenado, actually the most per year, at around $32 million per year as an extension, is ginormous. Compared to the other sports, it blows them away. James Harden, $228 million versus $330 million. Aaron Rodgers, $180 million. That's almost double in the MLB. And that's the NHL, only $124 million with Alex Ovechkin. Nowhere near Bryce Harper's contract. In soccer, Barcelona, still on top. Doing well in the Champions League, winning the Copa del Rey most likely after beating Real Madrid in El Clasico, and still leading the La Liga. But for the Premier League, things are going to get switched around. Liverpool, not doing as well recently, but Manchester City is, and possibly could overtake them as the number 1 seed. Manchester United, finally cracking into that top 4 for the Champions League, and with Ole Gunnar, they look unstoppable. With 13 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties, they do not look like they're going to lose many more times this year. The FA Cup, the oldest soccer tournament in the world, and similar to the US Open golf tournament, where any team or any person can enter. They just have to keep qualifying and keep moving their way up until they get to that last stage. For the FA Cup, there's 8 teams left, such as Crystal Palace, Manchester United, Man City. But there's only going to be 4 teams left when they play at Wembley. Liverpool, they're out of it. In fact, their second half of the season has been as useful as a poopy-flavored lollipop to them. In the NBA, LeBron is now fighting for a playoff spot, and with his coaches and teammates. And he said playoff Bron is activated, but it does not look like it is. You know why? He's letting the Bucks end in a 13-0 run and clinching a playoff spot already while they're still 10th in the West. And also, he's leaving his man wide open for threes. It looks like layoff Bron, not playoff Bron. In college basketball, UNC beating Duke switches around a lot of things. It really shows how beatable Duke is, especially without their number 1 player and possible Wooden Award winner and first overall pick, Zion Williamson, who broke through his Paul Georges. Wow, is he powerful. But anyways, with Gonzaga going up to number 1 again, maybe they could stay number 1 all season, but there's also teams like Tennessee, Kentucky, Duke, UNC, who could easily beat them. That just shows this year how practically any team can win March Madness, and it's up in the air for even those 16 seeds like UMBC to step up and win a few games. And lastly, everyone remembers Hamidou Diallo winning the slam dunk contest a few weeks ago, jumping over Shaq and doing the honey dip in the rim like Vince Carter. But I think we've seen those dunks before. Back in 2016, him and Zion Williamson were in a dunk contest, and he actually did those same dunks in the dunk contest versus Zion, but Zion won. So, will we see this rematch next year, where each of them might have to do their own original dunks, in Zion Williamson versus Hamidou Diallo, and maybe adding some studs, like past winners Donovan Mitchell, Zach LaVine, or even the Greek freak, Giannis. Anyways, that's it for the show of SSKN, and Schwab out.